of tomorrow, there will be a catastrophic development of events. And this comes from Itar Tass, Deputy Foreign Minister Alexander Luskovas. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Time will tell. I have not had time to confirm the official statements in that. But rarely do I see an article come out this alarming, which talks about tomorrow. Soon we will know. Now, another pat on the back for Earth Changes TV. This was just put on just a few hours ago on the NASA space weather site, and I love this, folks. Now, as you know, in my article yesterday, I told you what was going to happen. I told you about the sunspot region 337, and I told you about the M-class flare that was going to occur within 48 hours. Well, here it is, released just 2 or 3 hours ago. A fast-moving sunspot has unleashed 2 M-class flares, not 1 but 2. Today, one of the explosions occurred around 1:05 UT time. Also hurled a lopsided coronal mass ejection. Well, it doesn't stop there, folks. In conjunction, as the NASA, this is a NASA-funded site, by the way, NASASpaceweather.com. This is today after my article. And then, of course, we have 2 other articles. Oh, yes, a deadly storm sweeps India. That's today, folks. And another one, Tropical Storm Anna. And it's the first storm in history, the first April storm in history. The first, and this happened today, just a bit ago. The first Atlantic tropical storm of the year crept farther east Wednesday in the open ocean, but it threatened only ships, forecasters say. Tropical Storm Anna formed Tuesday, more than 5 weeks before the hurricane season. More than 5 weeks before the hurricane season officially begins. Forecasters at the National Hurricane Center in Miami said early Wednesday that it did not look impressive on satellite images, but here it is. I'm telling you, folks, the Super Duper Doppler Weatherman will be coming to your local channel by this summer. Mark my words. Now to my guest, Ian Lungold. Ian Lungold is the creator of the Mayan calendar and conversion code. It's a wonderful thing. I have it myself, folks. In one of the forms that it comes in is a folding laminated menu type thing. It's a wonderful deal. He's also the creator of the Mayan Magix, which is also his website, and I'll spell that for you. That's AMJIX, so that's Mayan Magix, which is his site, MAYANMAJIX. With no further ado, let me get right into it. Ian Lungold, are you there?
Yes, we are.
Wonderful. You're coming through loud and clear, and thank you for coming on the show.
Well, thank you. In fact, Madeline, my partner, and I want to thank you again for the opportunity to bring forward this information.
Well, Ian, personally, you're doing that more than just bringing me information. I'm actually on the air right now consoling with you. This last few weeks have been very upsetting to me. These last few days even more so. And you are the perfect person I could think of that could help walk me through this, as I'm becoming very puzzled and off-center, and I need some help.
Well,
go ahead, Ian, please.
Let me begin by reading a statement by the Hopi elders. There is a river. There is a river flowing very fast. It is so swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know that the river has a destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the waters. And I say, see who is in there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally.
Oh my gosh.
Least of all, ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
For the moment we do, spiritual growth comes to a halt.
Oh, jeez.
The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves together. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are the ones that we were waiting for.
Oh my God. I swear, folks, I swear we did not rehearse this. Ian, that could not be more direct in my own personal dilemma and addressing the absolute core of exactly what I've been suffering. I guess I had a human reaction of the feeling of loss of control, and I was trying to grab the edge of the river. It is very scary to let go, Ian. What say you?
I agree that it's scary, but it is the safest act. What is along the shore of any river? Snags and logs and rocks and everything that you could possibly bash into. What's out in the middle? A strong force that you can work with and actually avoid obstacles downstream. Kayakers do it all the time for kicks, friends.
Yes, indeed.
Your life.
Ian, oh, by the way, folks, here's another announcement. We just broke a new record. My God, Ian, thank you for participating in this. Mark it in your calendar. You are the guest of the moment that has broken yet another ECTV record. We have more hits now and more audience than we ever have. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. I am just as pleased to be back and with you as you are to be with me. And what a wonderful guest to have this with. Ian, during my monologue, I mentioned that you and I have discussed in detail the challenges we may have externally in the way of earth changes, earthquakes, volcanoes, solar flares. You and I have discussed in detail the challenges we will have and do have internally, such as that of conflict. But
yes.
But could you address this challenge that I wrote about yesterday that suggests that there actually could be forces, if you will, I'll use that term in a very generic manner because I don't want to say the GWB word.
Yes.
Please, Ian, could you tell us what you personally and what your studies of the Mayan calendar say about a possible evil force coming at us?
Well, actually, the whole of the current cycle of the Mayan calendar that we are in, the whole cycle of consciousness that we are currently in, is one of duality. It's one of pointing up the differences between one thing and another, and everything and everything else. It is all dedicated to the difference. And what is the most pronounced difference that we can see is light and dark, good and evil.
Yes.
And everything is getting a tag, isn't it?
Yes.
Doesn't this sound like Judgment Day to all of you?
Yeah. Actually, I hadn't thought of it that way, Ian, but what I'm seeing happening in such plain sight. I mean, I would have never thought it would have unfolded this way. It's happening in my country, in front of my eyes, and I would have never guessed I would have seen such a harsh McCarthyism type judgment as I'm seeing right now.
Of course, this is an exercise of consciousness. That is, the consciousness of evil, or